Welcome to A Word from the Word for September 14th. Today's passage, Ezekiel chapter 22. Today's key verse, "And I sought for a man among them who should build up the wall and stand in the breach before me for the land, that I should not destroy it, but I found none." Ezekiel chapter 22 verse 30. Today's word from the Word, no one to stand in the gap.
Picture this, a walled city under siege. The enemy is at the gates, pounding relentlessly, arrows flying and fear gripping the hearts of its people. But there's a hidden danger, a silent threat far more menacing than the enemy's weapons. A massive gaping hole in the city wall, a wide-open invitation for destruction. If the enemy manages to slip through that hole, the whole city is doomed. To save the city from destruction, a brave soul is needed, someone with the courage to stand in that gap, to plug the hole and save the city. Today's verse from Ezekiel wasn't simply about physically blocking a gap, but acting as a spiritual protector. The gap stander in this passage represents a need for a righteous individual to intercede on behalf of the people of Israel and advocate for their salvation and mercy from impending judgment. In a nation riddled with corruption and sin, God sought a champion of justice and righteousness. Such a person would be deeply committed to averting disaster through prayer and righteous living. Tragically, no one answered this call. The Lord here expresses deep disappointment with the people of Israel because no fearless leader nor wise prophet was willing to risk their life for the people. Today, this passage speaks to us about the critical role of being a gap stander in our own families, neighborhoods, communities, and nation. As followers of Christ, we are called to stand in the gap through prayer, advocacy, and living out God's values in a world that often needs guidance and grace. Our lives should reflect a commitment to protecting others from spiritual darkness while promoting the truth of the light of the world. That's where you come in. You can be that spiritual warrior. You can stand in the gap. Whenever you pray or share your faith or humbly serve others in the name of Jesus, you're helping to repair that broken wall. You're standing strong against the forces of evil. You're protecting your family, your friends, and your community from spiritual harm. Just like a city needs strong walls, our world needs strong, prayerful people. People who will pray for our leaders, for peace, for the well-being of those around them. May you go forth then as one called to stand in the gap. With courage and compassion, may you be the spiritual warrior who repairs the broken walls of our world.
Thanks for joining us for today's Word from the Word. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell